The following podcast contains adult themes and adult language. Listener discretion advised.
And although we joke, if you or someone you know is affected by or a victim of domestic violence, dial 1-800-799-7233 or visit the National Domestic Violence Hotline's website, thehotline.org.
But it's always the husband, it's always the husband, it's always the husband, I don't keep bed.
Hi, everyone. This is Sarah.
And this is Megan.
You're listening to It's Always the Husband podcast.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining in and being patient.
That's right.
Because we've kind of done every other week for the past month. I don't know.
We really have. It's been rough.
It has been rough. It's been a kick in the cunt. That's been my life since birth, but as of late. But I mean, it should be everything coming up, Sarah. Now I'm over the worst, I think. Well, I mean, never, but it should be fine.
I was worried about you.
Well, it's just sad. My dog, Otto, we had to put down because he got kidney disease or progressive kidney failure. So we just watched him slowly and painfully wither away. And it's just absolutely horrible. And he was only 6 years old. And he was like just a happy, big, goofy guy.
Yeah, he loved Nellie.
Yes, they were boyfriend, girlfriend.
They were.
Yeah.
He would just eat her and
know.
then spit her back out.
I know,
because
he's giant and she was tiny little girl.
Yeah.
So that was sad when you have to put a pet down. But almost worse, maybe worse than putting a pet down is conferences.
Yes.
I mean, maybe.
Working a 13-hour day. And then when we were going to record, then you got a migraine the next night. And then
anxiety.
It was
dumps.
anxiety.
Yeah.
It was an anxiety dump. So here we are. If someone is just listening to this first episode, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with these bitches? So sorry. Welcome. This is a true crime podcast, kind of. We do no research or anything.
No.
We just we watch dumb shit on TV and then make fun of it. So I don't know. It's kind of a comedy, but maybe not. We try to be funny. You were funny on Friday, so I feel like there's hope for this. Yeah.
That's true. I mean,
I feel like it's coming back. Yeah. You came out of the house.
I did get out of the house.
Yeah. You left and
that was good for me.
You were cute and I loved it. Yeah. So awesome. Okay.
We do have segments. Oh, we do have Patreon people.
We do.
And again, we have no staff. We had Gary, but his balls got caught in a vice of some sort, and he has extensive physical therapy.
He's never been the same.
And then his wife Barb got her boobs caught in the skidoo, and she has extensive physical therapy, and he has to take care of her. So we have no staff. So we do all of our quote unquote researching, performing, editing, posting, all behind the scenes, Patreon, everything ourselves. And we also have
our full-time job.
Yeah. And so that's why everything is pure dog food. So apologies. We try our goddamn best.
I am just so thankful for our community. I just want to say that over and over and over. So if you enjoy us and are just a part of us, support it. Like when I said, holy shit, Sarah's not doing well. Like she has to put Otto down. She has conferences. She had people were just like, holy shit.
They were nice.
Yeah. We are so sorry. Everyone supports us. And we feel it. So thank you.
I'm very thankful.
Yeah. Yes.
And Valeska sent a package about a month ago. I meant to say of my favorite butterscotch pudding that I never can find anywhere.
Yeah.
And so now I have a stash, and she sent you a wonderful recipe of a hot dish.
Yes.
So we wanted to thank her too.
Yeah. Thank you.
But these
Valeska.
are Patreons.
She's almost a doctor too.
I know. She's been working on that for 900 years.
She's getting close.
But Krista Payne, thank you.
Krista, thank you.
And then we have some marrieds.
What?
Yes. Andre Hantz. I hope I'm saying it right.
Okay.
But then his also lovely wife, Dawn Benson.
Oh.
So Dawn and Andre.
Thank you, Dawn
Cute.
and
They sent
Andre.
a lovely message.
Oh.
Joanne from Joanne Fabrics, I'm assuming.
Oh, bless her soul.
Yes.
Joanne Fabrics going out of business.
Mercedes Murphy.
Oh, that's a
name.
good name.
Melissa T. Melissa Testosterone. I don't know. Hi T. Melissa Tits. B Tits is now B Fried Eggs, I said.
Oh my
Our
God.
friend B Tits no longer has
She
big
got her
tits.
boobs done. So we can't wait to see when the swelling goes down. This is exciting time for us.
Yeah, so Krista, Dawn, Andre, Joanne, Mercedes, Melissa, we are very
Thank you
appreciative.
so much. Yes.
Thank you.
We are waiting on some stickers.
We have to reorder everything.
Shipments of stickers, and so
And then I'll send a new batch.
we will
out.
get them out. And also, one majorly late shout out to Holly Jacobson and her husband, who bought her the Patreon gift. I think we got it figured out. So thank you to all of you.
Yeah.
And
thank you. My God, thank you. It's still unbelievable to me that anyone does that. It's incredible.
I know.
For two huge pieces of shit douchers. So thank you.
Speaking of this absolute piece of shit week, did you have a glitter in your shitter?
Hell yeah, I did.
What
Girl
was
Scout
it?
cookies.
Oh, what's your favorite kind?
Well, because I have deodorants that come up and you can't say no.
No, never.
And so 200 come up, and so you have to buy. And I've never had the lemonade ones.
Oh, they're
the lemon ones. I've
good.
never had them, and I love those. So I bought those, and I've been eating. I let myself have 2 a day.
The icing on the bottom of those is just.
And so I freeze all of them. So and then you can have them with little ice cream and things.
Yes.
Or make a sandwich of ice cream.
Now that I work at the high school, no one
I'm surrounded
asked
by
me.
girls coming and selling Girl Scout cookies. So I have 100, but they're wonderful.
I like the Toasties too.
They're all good.
Yeah. They're like a snickerdoodle with an icing.
I think taken the Thin Mints and already.
I know
eaten
people
them.
love the Thin Mints. They're not my favorite.
I like mint anything.
I like
and the peanut butter ones, but you don't like peanut butter.
I don't like peanut butter, but I like the other ones like that used to be the Samoas, but
yes,
now
because I like coconut, but many do not.
are called something else. Toasted something. I love those. Yeah. They're the best.
Yes. So I've been eating them a ton.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Love it. Mine is last week or 2 weeks ago, I had my lipstick that was the Clinique Black Honey, and people were like, I love Black Honey.
Yeah. Well, I have to do pictures of those.
I can't believe that I was just shopping at Target and I saw another stupid lip thing, and I was like, that looks interesting. So I bought it. But a long time ago, I said that one of my glitters in the shitters was the Pixie, like Pixi brand. They're green, like a light green. It was like the Pixie lip or Pixie cheek something, and I loved that. And so I thought, I saw this and I was like, I'm going to try this. So this is called the Hydra Treat Lip. And I bought it in poppy pink because I like an orange color because I'm like a peachy person. And it is so pretty. It looks really like a dark orange. So you look like, oh my God, I look like a grandma. But it's like kind of like a lip chapstick, but not.
It's
like
cute.
Big. I don't know how to explain
picture
it. Yeah. Anyway, I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It makes me just look dewy and fresh.
I love that.
And it doesn't break the bank.
No, and that's good.
Yeah.
When you
I
find like a good
think I
elf
just-
thing or whatever.
Yeah, the elf is
Yeah.
so cheap. That's the best shit. But yeah, it was $8 and the black honey was 25. So,
No kidding.
it was, I love it. Thank you, Pixie.
Well, they came through.
They did.
And sometimes, when you can find a drugstore
Yeah.
makeup
Yeah.
that works, and then by the end of the day, it stays on, or you're
Yeah.
not at work, and then all your wrinkles have caked through, and you
Really?
look 75,
Mm-hmm.
and it works. That's the best thing ever, because you don't
It
need to
is.
be by Givenchy foundation
don't.
if it just is the same as
Right.
Clairol, or Coverall or CoverGirl.
And also we put it in our
Or-
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's mine.
Wonderful. And then we have social media where we have Instagram and Facebook, and I've been
do.
piss poor at it, but I'll try to improve. But we have a Facebook group full of people that thankfully run it themselves now
They
and
do.
comment, and you can people will comment about the episode, which I enjoy because
know
they
you do,
answer
yeah.
questions we have. I like that a lot because
Yeah.
we don't know shit and then there's very smart people that will answer the questions. And
Yeah.
I like that very much. Or they have a problem and someone will solve it. And
If it was a problem,
Yes.
you solve it.
or they just put funny shit on there. And I like that. Mine, I thought Carrie Martin blew me away with that ad about the meat softener. What is a meat
was
softener?
that?
It was an ad like from the 50s, it looked like, with a very, very handsome young girl.
That girl
Yes.
looked
And they were making some sort of meatloaf or whatever, but and then there was a can of goo, and it was called a meat softener. Now, do you use the meat softener on your husband at night? I can understand that.
like when you start to feel a poke.
Yes, you put the
you
meat
just
softener
immediately dump it all over
on the wiener.
Yes, and then it goes.
That I get. But I don't understand the meat softener into the what's it for?
I don't know.
Is it like a meat what's a meat tenderizer? What? And then what's a meat?
And is it only for children, like so they don't choke?
No, I don't even know why the child was in there. I don't understand 1950s
green.
meat softener. It was green.
It was green.
I don't know what it is, but I'm curious of 1950s food items and what you used to put and cook with and ads. I kind of like that. They're weird. And the 1950s and 60s refrigerators were built so much better than today. They used to have all those nooks and crannies and things. I don't know. But the meat softener, I'm going to say no to.
Okay, well, guess what? I just looked on Snopes.
Yeah.
Is this a real vintage ad for Arden Weenus meat sauce?
It was weenus, too.
Yeah. The rating is false.
Oh, so it's not?
It is not real.
Oh, because I don't know what you would need a meat softener for unless it's for your husband. Because I couldn't understand what it would be for.
I think that we should try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a comedian that made it up, I guess.
Well, it was well done.
This is why, except the girl looked a little funky.
Oh, she looked horrifying.
Yeah. But it's not real, so thank God.
Yeah.
Now
'cause
we know. See,
it made me laugh.
look at how we are
I know.
influenced by deep fakes.
Well, I know, because I just was curious, what would a meat softener be needed for?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But they did put odd things in their Jell-O. So, I mean,
They did.
Yeah.
They put things like carrots in Jell-O.
And maybe a spinach. I don't know.
So mine, I was just appalled by this one. Heather Dammitz.
Damn it.
Heather. She had the clips of the Amazon River dolphins
Oh.
pissing all over each other.
Well.
Like
Yeah.
the golden showers of the Amazon River.
Yeah.
And they're pink and they're very ugly. These
Well,
river dolphins.
They look very different.
They're not the beautiful ocean dolphins
No.
that we're accustomed to. But also
they're a rural cousin.
from down
Yeah.
south. They're
Yes.
the cousins from
Yeah.
down south. And they just go float on their backs with their wieners out, and then they piss, and then the other dolphins try to get their face in the piss stream.
I feel like men
Much
pay for that.
like
in
R.
certain
Kelly.
circles.
I think they
Yeah.
do. So it
Men,
made me
that costs a lot of money.
it grossed me
Yeah.
out, and it also seems to be a real thing
Yeah.
because there was actual video footage of it. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
God. Well, I mean, men in their piss. What are you going to do?
I guess.
You
I
can't
mean, I
stop
live
'em.
with two of them who
Yeah.
can't keep their piss in the toilet. So I guess I can see
No,
the
yeah.
spraying it all around, but also then trying to put your face in
I don't
someone
get that.
else's stream seems a little jarring.
Unless it's a good facial cleanser.
Would you do it then?
No.
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 Nope. Okay. Well, great. Let's move on then. We also, if you haven't joined our Facebook group, it's just called It's Always the Husband Facebook group. And there's plenty of just shitty things for you to watch and laugh at. And we also have a book club, and we are reading Hidden Drawings of a
Hidden
Nightmare
Pictures.
Child. None of us ever know what the title of the book is, but it's our book club is going to meet on Zoom on Tuesday, April 25th at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We would love for you to join us. And so read the book now and then join us. And we'll talk about the book. And we do it every month.
Yeah, we do. Should I start?
Let's start.
All right. So we watched Sleeping with a Killer. That was a show. It's a show on Hulu. It has a few seasons. Or does it? I don't know if it does. Maybe because we only saw season 1. Maybe I can't remember.
No, I thought it maybe did. Yeah.
We did season 1, episode 3. It is called Ashley Mead.
And I mean, this one was really actually well done.
It was well done. And the reason I kind of stuck with it and not picked another one, just because the husband was very, very dumb and horrible.
He was a stupid psycho.
He was very dumb. Yes.
Yep.
And so narcissistic that was his trip up.
Yeah.
So this is a story of a very dumb dummy.
But also it was a sad story.
It's very sad.
And I
absolutely unnecessary.
Usually we can
as they
make
all are.
fun of like the the detectives or whatever, but
No,
I
they
loved
were-
every
yes,
detective in
they were
this
great.
whole show. Okay.
All right, so we're going to
Let's
go to
hear
Boulder,
about it.
Colorado again. Colorado has a lot of psychos.
Boulder, Colorado looked like a lovely place.
It looks beautiful.
Have you ever
That's where-
been?
No, I've been to
No.
Colorado though, but that's
Not
where
me.
Mork and Mindy lived, correct?
Oh, did they?
I think so.
Huh.
And it's Valentine's Day, I think.
Very
Yeah.
close.
And it's in the morning, and 25-year-old Ashley Mead is supposed to be at work, and she's not like you that's late all the time, so
No.
people just don't worry when you don't show up.
Yeah. No one cares if I'm not someplace.
Yeah, they
on
just
time.
assume you're going to be 45 minutes late.
Yeah.
Then you're early if you're 45 minutes late.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was not there, and that's very unusual for her. And she did not call in. She didn't come to work. When people are calling her, she's not
She
answering
wasn't
the
answering.
phone. So it was actually her boss. Could you imagine?
If our boss even knew if we were at work or not.
Well, yeah. I mean, no. But her boss calls 911 to do a welfare check on her. And because it's so unusual for her to not be at work, but to
Right.
not call in, to be responsible. enough to call in and say she's not going to make it, and just not to show up and not to call. Plus, the boss knew that she had a shitty relationship that was getting shittier by the moment with her ex-husband's boyfriend. Currently. And so that kind of worried her even more. She had that in the back of her mind, that she was having some issues with a super dick.
Right.
So police go to Ashley's home. The door's unlocked. So they're already thinking, oh, that was
me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They're already thinking, yee. But they knock anyway. There's no answer. And the police just, since it's a welfare check and they're already concerned, I think they can just go in. I don't know. But they go in and the lights are on and they show real photos or videos or photos of the apartment. And it's like an apartment.
Yeah.
But it looks like a townhome, but it's an apartment kind of.
Yeah.
What I noticed is an enormous butane lighter that was sitting on top of a bookshelf filled with books.
Yeah.
I was concerned.
Maybe she had a lot of candles.
I mean, but a huge butane lighter.
Was she crafting with it?
Maybe, but if I craft
creme
with
brulee,
it,
maybe creme brulee.
Maybe, but it was on top of
it was
a lot of books, and that was concerning. But then there were also burritos currently in the oven,
and they weren't even burned.
No, and so the police said, "What the hell? Who will leave burritos in their oven and then take off?" And no one was there. There's no sign of a real struggle. But they thought if someone was cooking burritos, they had to have left in the hurry because they didn't even eat them.
Yeah,
and they didn't take them out.
No.
Ashley did have a white Volvo, but the guy tried.
Vulva?
The detective kept saying vulva.
She was.
So he's saying kind of vulva.
She had a white vulva.
And the vulva wasn't there. But also missing
vulva.
The vulva was missing, but also the baby. Her young baby.
And that
was
baby
missing.
was adorable.
Yes, and her name was Winter Daisy. I kind of like the name Winter.
It reminds me of the dolphin.
Oh,
wasn't that one dolphin's name Winter?
I don't know about those dolphins,
like a
though.
disabled.
Yeah, but I like the name Winter. I don't know. I like it.
You do? Okay.
I don't know of the dolphins.
Winter Daisy seems like an oxymoron,
It does.
but I don't care because the baby
was super
freaking
cute.
adorable.
So the baby and the vulva are missing. Officers are like, holy shit, this is weird. The burritos are weird. I would also say the butane lighter is weird, but it wasn't. They need a search warrant so they can actually look at shit in her house. So they have to go to a judge and do blah, 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 blah. They come around a second time to the home, so now they can search for stuff. They actually find 3 phones. One is Ashley's, and they think, why would she leave without her phone, especially having a baby?
Right.
You know? They look at the phone, and I couldn't tell, but they said it looked like a footprint on the screen of the phone.
Right.
Now, my screen of my phone is pure filth.
Yeah.
I mean, they're surprised there isn't a vulva print on the screen of the phone. 'Cause there could be. And that would be also just common. I guess. I don't know.
Disgusting and common.
And where are they going to get the prints for that to match? I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway, they see a footprint on the phone and they think, well, that's weird. You know, someone stepping on your phone and your phone left behind.
And then the phone wasn't on the ground either. It was up on a ledge.
A way high ledge.
So it had been stepped on and then put up on the ledge.
And so everything was weird enough that the police just go ahead and file their own missing person reports, which is weird. So Claudia, Ashley's mother, calls in, and she's also concerned about this douche ex-boyfriend because she has not seen or heard from Ashley for a couple of days, like 2 days before this Monday, Valentine's Day. She hadn't heard from her from like the Saturday. And they had usually talked on the phone every day.
Yeah.
And so she's getting just, this is not normal. This is not her behavior.
And they were far away from each other, right? Because Ashley was in Colorado and the mom was in
I think so.
Pennsylvania.
They
Someplace
weren't
out
yes.
east or something.
And
Yeah.
so they talked usually every day on the phone,
like
and she had not been hearing from her. And she also knew that this boyfriend of hers was being
trouble.
an asshole and was worrisome. Now, the friends were worried because Ashley took her cat everywhere. And the cat was still at home. And so if the cat was at home and Ashley was gone, that was a sign that something was very seriously wrong. Because Ashley would go on vacations anywhere she took the cat. So like in Trailer Park Boys, Bubbles, the character, made a vacation spot for people that go on vacation with their cats, and he called it Bubbles Shed and Breakfast because you would stay in the shed, a shed, because his home is a shed.
Oh no!
He stays in a shed behind Julian's trailer in Julian's shed. So he made a series of sheds, and he called it Shed and Breakfast instead of Bed and Breakfast. But you could bring your cats because he said there's nowhere for people to go who have cats.
That is true.
And they bring their cats on vacation because it's always dog friendly and there's nowhere really for cats.
Why is that?
I don't know. And so he had a cat, and he also had a cat friendly daycare, Bubbles did, called Kittyland Love Center, where you could bring
going on with
your cats.
They just love cats?
Bubbles, the character, loves cats.
Oh.
And so he had daycare where you could bring your cat because there's nowhere, there's dog daycares. There's not cat daycares.
No.
So he was thinking outside the box about the cats.
Yeah, he was.
Ashley would have appreciated that.
She would have.
Because
She would have brought her
absolutely
cat there.
carried her cat literally everywhere she went. Now, a second thing about her is she was kind of quirky.
She was.
Lawyers described. She wore a huge pair of Charles Nelson Riley glasses. They were the size of Jupiter. Her glasses were from the top of the head to the chin. And I loved them. I loved them.
They were cute.
They actually looked really cute on her, but they were
Yeah.
Charles Nelson Riley's
They
glasses.
were. Yeah.
They were enormous, and they were like goof glasses, but she wore them as like her real glasses. But she had a second pair that were like rectangular too. They were small.
Yeah.
And looked just as cute.
Yeah, she was
like two
cute.
totally different. Yeah, she was super cute.
She was just kind of like a quirky
Yeah.
little fun.
But when I saw her Charles
pixie
Nelson Riley
girl,
glasses, I'm like, oh my God, I love her. That she
loved
wears
it.
those. I couldn't stand it. They were so cute. And I'm like, God damn it. Why do people like her have to
I know.
get caught up in with these fucking assholes?
I don't know.
So because Ashley and her mom were in constant communication, that's another sign that something is terribly off. So there's her phone, her ID was in the apartment. She's not going to go without those two things. She's not contacting her mother. Her cat is still there. She doesn't go without her cat. There's food in the oven. Everything looks like something just went wrong.
Right.
So the next door neighbor also tells the police that on Sunday the 12th, so 2 days before, she hears like the sound of someone falling down the stairs, and she thought it was her own kid. So she, yells for her kid and says, whatever,
Daryl!
Yeah, did you fall down the goddamn stairs?
Yeah.
And it wasn't Daryl. And so she's like, holy shit, it sounded like it came from her apartment. So Ashley, I guess it said husband, that she lived with husband Adam.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she lived with husband Adam, but I don't know if they were.
Okay.
But oh well. So all of Ashley's electronics were dead. So her socials, which she posted all the time to, also had not been posted on since Sunday the 12th. And since Sunday the 12th to the 14th, which it currently was, no one had physically seen her or had heard from her. So this is like, holy shit, she's missing for these 2 days. They look at Ashley's phone in pictures, and the last pictures they have of her are on the 12th, and she seems really happy, but there are some really shitty messages from Adam on her phone that the police notice, that he's sending messages and he seems like he's drunk, jealous messages. They're separated, I think, or because she's actually starting to see other people.
She was, but they still lived together.
Yeah.
Because they had the baby.
Yeah.
And the baby who he didn't even say was his.
I think they were never
Right
even.
away. I know.
I don't know if they were married.
Well, it said in other articles, it says they were just boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, I think
but
that's true.
They met in Louisiana.
Yeah.
That's where he was from, and she was down there for school or something.
Yeah, and I think they were.
And then maybe
I don't
she
even
got
know if they were ever
pregnant.
really together.
Yeah. They were just like
But
hooking up. I
yes.
don't know. But then she got pregnant.
But
Yeah.
he was constantly jealous of her and controlling of her, and sending her these messages. And she's like, well, holy shit, either we're like this family together or not, or we're not together. I'm going to move on. And that's kind of the situation that they were currently in. Then they show a photo of Adam. So his name is Adam Densmore. And you're not going to know any of this, of course, because you know nothing of Star Wars. You know nothing at all. But he looked like Obi Kenobi exactly in the photo, but the young Ewan McGregor Obi Kenobi. Like he's an Obi Kenobi cosplay. Exactly. He's in the whole robe, the Obi Kenobi brown robe. He has the red beard of Ewan McGregor, Obi Kenobi, the puffy brown hair. It's exactly the same. It's like he's going to a convention. And I thought, what is going on? Why are they using this picture of Obi Kenobi, a young Obi Kenobi from the Star Wars series on
I don't
Disney
know.
Plus? Why are they showing this photo? It's odd. And why does he look like Obi Kenobi?
The only Obi-Wan Kenobi I know is the old.
I know, but this is the young
Obi-Wan.
that he looked like. He was wearing the Star Wars garb.
I was just shocked at how different
Yes.
of a color the actual hair from the actual beard were.
Absolutely 100%.
I couldn't get over it. It was red beard,
Yes.
black hair.
Absolutely.
But it didn't look like it was dyed black. Like, I think that's really...
It was some sort
How
of
his hair-
horrific instance of nature. But he also looked like he was dressed up
Okay.
in a cosplay.
I'm going to look up
And I just was
Ewan
confused.
McGregor.
It's exactly the same thing.
Okay.
So now Adam and Ashley did meet, like you said, in Louisiana in college, Shreveport. So
Yes.
early on in their relationship, there was still a shitty amount of tension,
Yes.
strain. It was very unhealthy. Ashley gets pregnant, but Adam leaves her immediately and goes to Colorado without her.
Mm-hmm.
So Ashley decides to follow. Adam denies that the baby Winter is his literally
Right.
the whole time until February 8th. Like, what is that, 4 days
Just a
before she
couple-
goes missing?
yeah.
Because Ashley buys him a paternity test for Christmas. He takes it, and yes, the baby that's 13 months old at this time is his. So he just finds that out days before she disappears.
Right. But they'd kind of been together
Living together like the whole time.
the whole
kind
time.
of. Kind of, I think.
But, yeah.
So anyway, Adam is still continually drunk and controlling and jealous of her, even though he acts like he doesn't want anything to do with her and the baby. So he would do things like show up at her work all the time,
Right.
be aggressive and controlling of her. He's out of a job, and he said he had to quit because Ashley was going to take their child, which doesn't make any sense because he
she was
didn't ever
with him.
say the child was his,
Right.
and he didn't really want the child. So he's making up all sorts of lies the whole time, trying to totally control her. And he's crazy, clearly. So friends said that he was a super dick, a huge narcissist. He would talk about his time in the military where he killed people all the time. He was
What the hell?
verbally, emotionally abusive. So they did break up in May of 2015. And mainly because of all of the above, and because instead of taking their puppy to the vet, he killed it. I just, spoiler or trauma alert. Before that. This man is a horrible, horrible, horrible man. Horrible man.
Yeah.
A horrible man. How does a man like this even get someone as lovely as Ashley to give him the time of day?
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to look past the red
beard
black
and
hair.
the Obi Kenobi cosplay. And I am a Star Wars fan.
I was alarmed by it. And
it's highly alarming.
I don't know.
And the puff hair. His hair is a puff.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of has that parted down the middle and then the two, like maybe like a boy band kind of a look,
yes,
but a
it's
greasy boy. Yeah.
But in that picture, it was a puff.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
So now the new boy, even though this man is a horrible monster from a horror movie, like he's an actual horror movie villain.
Yeah.
The police look at her new boyfriend. And thankfully, the new boyfriend has a very good alibi and is taken off the suspect list right away because he seems to be pretty normal. But detectives realize they have no fucking idea where any of the players are. They don't know where Adam is. They don't know where the baby Winter is. They don't know where Ashley is. So they think to start with Adam's parents. They still live in Louisiana. So they call his parents and say, hi, is your son around? And the parents are like, well, hell yeah. He just came down here for a surprise visit, totally unexpected, out of the blue. He drove all the way down, just late on Sunday with the baby in Ashley's car, but without Ashley. I mean, there it's solved right there.
It was solved.
It's solved right there.
But no, it wasn't.
No.
But I, at this point, was just so fucking happy that the baby was there.
Yes, I was. Because if the baby was, then I would have not had this
thought,
one.
what in the hell did you make me watch?
I know.
Sarah?
I know. Don't pick those
I
ones.
know.
But she's still traumatized, the poor thing. But hopefully,
it is. Yeah.
So all Sunday, or all Saturday, all through Sunday, Monday, he's driving with a baby. Like it was a 17-hour, didn't they say, or something like that?
Yeah, it was a lot. Well, it was from Colorado to Louisiana.
Who drives nonstop with a 1-year-old?
Like a psycho.
A dumbass. That's impossible.
And they said, how's the baby? And the parents were like, well, she's hungry and thirsty, because I'm sure he had no idea what to bring with him.
Or how to take care of her or change or anything or any of that.
He probably never even touched her before the stay.
And so Ashley's not with him. And so the parents are like, well, my God, her mama's not with her? That's very odd. Because they know he's a weird dick and that he wouldn't take care of the baby by himself. So he said, I had a big fight with Ashley. And we'd be like, so you took her car and her baby? I would right away as a parent be like, oh my God, you killed her.
911.
Yes, you killed her. I mean,
100%.
So they know that Ashley also would not leave the baby because she's breastfeeding.
Yes.
And you have to have the boob like the boob has to be next to the baby, correct?
Yeah.
For the baby to have the breast milk.
Yep. They said she was trying to wean her, but she still was nursing at night.
So you still need to have the boob to the baby.
Leave your baby. Yeah.
So that the parents of Adam knew something was horribly wrong. Because they also knew Winter never once was away. I mean, Ashley was never away from Winter.
Right.
They she was always with her baby and her cat. Always.
Yes.
And when you're breastfeeding, your boob has to be next to your baby. Unless you cut your boob off, I don't know how you can do it.
I mean,
unless you have pump. I suppose you can pump, but
he didn't.
He doesn't know that shit.
Yeah.
All right, so Winter's uninjured, but again, thankfully, just hungry, thirsty. So Adam's dad does say to the police in the call, Adam did say, I did something stupid once he came. I thought that was weird. Come on.
911.
Yep. So police open up a tip line for people just to call in about Adam if they see him. So police learn Adam's going to Arkansas now to visit his grandma on Valentine's Day. So meanwhile, Adam learns that the Boulder police are looking for him, which he should assume. So he decides he's going to drive all the way back to Boulder, Colorado. So the next day on February 15th, the Boulder police are like, this dick is driving all over other states.
Everywhere, yeah.
So we need to use all these other states. We're going to track his phone to see what highways he's on. So we need to use other state highway patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Then the FBI get involved because he's in between all these states.
Yep.
And so all these states patrol units are involved all along the highway, watching him drive, trying to wait when they can intercept him. But they really don't have any reason at this point to arrest him because they still don't know if anything happened to her. And they have no idea or what they can exactly arrest him on because they don't have her body or know if she's harmed.
They all, at this point, however, were pretty sure she was dead.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, they were just like, we just couldn't hold him on anything.
So I guess one police officer found out that he is in custody violation because he's not supposed to be taking her for this many days or alone or without Ashley. Yeah. So they realize now they can arrest him, pull him over and arrest him for a custody violation. So they're like, hell yeah. So now we can pull him over. So all these police that are watching him and following him. But in the meantime, before they can arrest him, Adam actually calls the Boulder police.
Yes.
Which is the weirdest call.
Curious.
They play the call.
Yeah.
And once you realize what he's done and then you re-listen to this call, like he's calling like just cool as a cucumber.
Yeah. It's like, I'm kind of worried about her.
Yeah. So he talks to a detective and he's like, hey, this is Adam. I hear you're wanted to talk to me. And the detective's like, we can't find, Ashley. And he's like, oh my gosh, I just thought she maybe was reporting me for taking Winter, and we got in this huge monster fight, and I took the baby so I wouldn't get drunk at a bar. That's weird.
Sir, too much information.
Yeah, that's odd, sir. You don't take your, meanwhile, you stole your baby.
I'm taking this baby so I don't have a drink.
Yeah. And then he's like, so then I just kept driving and I guess and then he starts saying that she's like a just abusive, horrible woman. And then she starts seeing all these other men and she's throwing that in my face, calling her like a whore pretty much.
Basically.
And then he says, well, I'm worried about her. So I'm going to be calling you a lot. So if I'm calling you too much, you just let me know. And the police are like, no, you're not going to be calling us too much.
You just keep on calling, sir.
And then they're like,
we'll
okay.
Just keep recording.
And he's like, hey, buddy, and I'm going to hang up now and just pay attention to the road, okay? And they're like, all right, Adam.
You do that, sir.
And so the detective is like, oh, my God, the guy is a fucking lunatic. And so then the DA comes and says, call him back again because we want to just ask him these questions so that he says this dumb shit on record. But then they call him back and the FBI or whatever has already pulled him over and arrested him.
Yes.
And so he answers the phone as he's being arrested on the side of the highway.
Why?
And he says stuff like, I was coming back, man. I was driving back.
Why am I getting handcuffed?
Why am I getting arrested, man? I was gonna come back in. So he gets brought into custody in to Boulder. He refuses to talk to the cops, but the dumbass talks to a social worker. So the whole thing's recorded and on video. So
and she's just taking notes,
and
like
going, yeah,
What happened? Was there any violence in that fight?
Yeah. And she's just like this, and he's telling everything. So he says, well, on Sunday, I had some beers. I went over there, and we had sex. No way. She should have said, hell no, you didn't. But then and he said, we started fighting, same old stuff. She was seeing something new, That was a big part of it. She's seeing somebody new. Like, he couldn't get past that she would dare date someone new and not him, even though he's a total psychotic loser.
Denied
douchebag.
his own son and has a red beard and black hair.
Well, and doesn't have a job and is an abusive, psychotic asshole that brags about killing people.
But
so then the social worker goes, was
moved
there any violence in the fight? And he goes, I slapped her. And he goes, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry about that. I knew it was going to get worse, so that's when I took the baby and left.
If he would have grabbed my baby, I would have been like, no.
Well, that's how you know
she was not there, because I would have been beating his balls with a baseball bat.
And she would have called the police.
Yes, she would have immediately called the police. So then he also tells the social worker that I literally could have killed her. I literally could have killed her. And the social worker's like, oh, okay. So then they take photos again of Adam. He is not in Star Wars garb this time.
Well, he had to take all of his clothes off.
Oh,
and it was
horrible. He's covered head to toe in 18,000 scratches, bites,
bite
cuts,
marks, teeth marks. Yeah.
She was fighting him for her life.
Yeah.
Every part of, like, his face is gouged, his ear is gouged, his neck. He had bites on his tits,
his wrist, in between, like on his thigh. He had a big bite mark and bruise.
Like, he was covered in scratches everywhere. His hands and his knuckles,
gouges on his face,
were black and blue and ripped open from obviously punching the shit out of something repeatedly. So his whole hands were bruised and red and cut. They're like, sir, what have you been punching? Cement for 2 hours? Right. So then he's wearing fucking Crocs.
Fake Crocs.
They were fake?
Yeah.
But those fake ass Crocs, their fake ass print matched the print on her phone. So that means that put him with her phone in that spot. So they have him, with her phone there.
Yes.
Because he's wearing the fucking shoes. So now there's a discovery in Oklahoma, and the Oklahoma police at this discovery call the Boulder police.
And get ready.
Yes.
If you don't want to hear
if you're eating food, maybe just swallow quick. So this torso.
That scared the shit out of me.
Oh, it's a bug. I tried to
was a
vacuum
box elder bug.
I know, I vacuumed the shit out of them.
Oh, I think I killed it on accident too, because I grabbed it.
Well, I vacuumed them up.
Oh my God.
It's
okay.
Swiper.
We gave you. Sorry, I killed
Swipe
Oh
it.
no, I killed it.
Well,
okay.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
This isn't an inappropriate time.
That was an inappropriate time for the box elder bug to
This is a torso gas station, but there was another gas station called a Tootin' Fruit.
What?
Did you hear the gas station names? They were like a Tootin' Totem or something. They were terrible gas stations.
What you're even saying?
So there is a torso gas station in Oklahoma. And
torso?
Yes, I guess that's what it said. Oh no, the torso was in the gas station. It was a toot and touch. It was a toot and totem gas
You
station.
are making this
That's what it was. I don't know. That's what they said. It was some sort of gas station name.
I'm going to look it up.
But a torso was found by a gentleman in a dumpster south of Tulsa in Oklahoma.
Right.
And so the police come, and the torso was in a suitcase, and they see that a white vulva, drove through and threw the suitcase in the dumpster and drove off. So the suitcase and everything is taken in, and not much, again, could be told because it's literally just a torso missing all parts around it, head, limbs. All organs are also removed. So the torso was in very poor condition, except for one thing. It had a recognizable tattoo on the back, and that tattoo matched Ashley's tattoo. Because they sent a picture to the family.
It was sublime.
So it was Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's absolutely horrific news. And they also matched with DNA.
Mm-hmm.
That just her torso was found in a suitcase, and the suitcase had a travel tag of Adam's sister's name on it. I mean, awful.
Mm-hmm.
So then they decide, holy shit, I guess we need to tell Ashley's family all of this. So they have the female detective do it, of course. So she says that she has to make this call, and they live all the way across the country, and she has to tell them, and it was like the worst thing she's done. But they take all this surveillance video, and they totally see Adam in the white vulva throwing the suitcase in the dumpster.
Yes.
Then they see the dick walk across the gas station, toot and total, and go to a Walmart with the baby Winter in his arms, and just walk all through the Walmart like he didn't just throw a body in a dumpster.
Yes.
I can't even believe that there are people like this that are this completely fucking insane.
Yeah.
So they have Adam and the car in custody, and when they look in the car, they find her Charles Nelson Riley glasses broken.
They're broken
because he and they have like a skid of like she was pushed against a wall, and like drywall scraped against the lenses.
like the wall.
Oh
paint
God, that just I just hate this man. And then there are pools and pools and pools of blood in the vulva car. So now they look at Adam's phone and use his phone to see, kind of backtrack where he went. And he had stopped at other dumpsters all through Arkansas, at other toot and totems and come and goes.
I just looked up gas stations in Oklahoma, and there's no such thing as toot and totems.
They said toot and totems. I swear to God. Look it up.
I did.
And so they try to find video and try to look in these dumpsters.
Oh my God.
Does it say toot and totem?
It does.
There it is. Toot
and totem.
That's where it was.
I thought you
come and
made
go.
it up.
It's what we have, right? In Iowa or
We
whatever.
have come and go. They have.
But CUM it's spelled, right?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Toot and totem.
I know. You fart and then you do something.
What? Yeah, these are all over in Texas.
It's maybe better than CUM, come and go.
It might be, and we were mocking it.
I know. So they see Adam dumping all these black trash bags in dumpsters, and they're assuming it's the rest of Ashley. So they go to the dumpster, and then they realize it's already been taken to the landfill. And these fucking detectives go to this landfill.
Mm-hmm.
They search every day, all day for 5 fucking weeks to find her. But they don't find her. But they gave it, I mean, that's hardcore trying to search.
And they felt so bad because at this point they just like wanted to find her, and they knew they had to do this for her and for her family and for her baby.
I mean, but they were on it. Like they were on him the day they discovered she was missing.
Yep.
So, I mean, they are really trying and working hard. Mm-hmm. Now, Adam has a sister named Joy. She tells the police that she heard that Adam, Valentine's Day or that Sunday night was at her parents' house, which is super weird because it was unannounced, and that he had the baby. So she goes over because she wants to maybe see him and see the baby. And when she goes in the house, he's in the way back of the house acting like a super fucking weirdo, like bent over something. She smells a shit ton of bleach. There's laundry going on. And Adam's acting all fucking weird, and he's all cut up and scratched up.
And of course, his mom and dad are not.
They're not there. They were at work all
suspicious
day.
at all.
Well, they were at work all day, and they're not there. And Joy was acting all weird. Could you imagine if we went over to Nut Bars and she was leaning over Cam, cutting him up?
No.
I mean, that's weird. That's horrible.
Yes. Well, it wouldn't be weird if Cassie was cleaning, but it would be weird if a man was. So that would be my first. That would be my dead giveaway right there. Like,
dead
what?
Giveaway.
You're doing your own laundry and you're cleaning things with bleach?
Yes.
I didn't even know you knew what bleach was.
Well, see, he doesn't know how to clean because then.
Yeah. True.
Now, this has been weeks, I think, because they go back to the parents' home. The bathroom still had blood all over it, or. I mean, I don't know if the timeline, because maybe it wasn't weeks, but when they go back to the parents' bathroom, there's blood all over it. The ceiling, the wall, the shower, the cabinets. And then they explain luminol to us, and we're like, bitch, we know what luminol is.
Come on.
They put luminol on, and there's luminol, the blood all over the bathtub. Then the officer looks in the shed, not a shed and breakfast, but a just regular shed there at the parents' house. They found a grill cover that they think was covered in blood. They think, but then I was like, people do cover their grill? Maybe that's why mine rusted out.
Yeah, we don't have that.
He used that to bring Ashley's body from the car into the parents' house. And then I thought, oh my God, so he drove 17 hours with the baby and the body in the car?
Yes.
I mean, because then it hit me like, oh my God. And he brings his wife's dead body to his parents' house? And he cuts her up in their bathroom. When they go to work the next morning when he was there, he cuts up his wife's body in his parents' bathroom.
This is insane.
What
He's
the
literally,
hell
he's
is wrong
lost
with
his
this
mind.
man?
Yeah. He lost it.
Oh my God. And then what's wrong with these parents that they don't have a clue? You don't come home from work and realize a body's been cut up in your bathroom?
Especially since he denied that it was even his baby forever until 2 days
4 days before
that.
Yes. What the hell?
And now all of a sudden he's like, here's my baby.
And I'm going to bring in something in this grill cover into the bathroom. So then in the fucking horrifying shed out of a nightmare movie, out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they find this rusted out saw that was not cleaned because it had bits of tissue all over it that was used to dismember Ashley, just sitting right there, just out in the open, an uncleaned, just evidence saw. Oh, and so they take that in, and there's all sorts of other shit in the garage he used to put her into the, containers. So now they obviously have a good case with this evidence, but they just don't know where to try the case. Do they go back to Colorado to try the case where they think she was first killed? Or do they try it in Louisiana where she was dismembered?
Right.
And so using video, tracking like all the toot fruits that he stopped at along the way, Ashley's never seen getting out of the car. Ashley's never seen with the baby getting out of the car, all the way from his drive from Colorado to Louisiana. So they realize, okay, she's been dead his first drive from Colorado to Louisiana. She's dead in the car.
So they have to try it in
Colorado because she was dead first in Colorado. Right. And of course, Adam refuses to tell the detectives where any rest of her is. My God, why not? I mean, he's caught here.
I don't know.
So he's guilty. I mean, obviously, like this was a slam dunk because he's the dumbest fucker on the planet and the most evil, idiotic piece of shit.
Evil.
he gets life without parole and even gets more because of all the other dumb shit he did on top of all this. And then Winter's left with just no one.
No one.
So I don't know where she went. I hope
I
she
know.
went
I tried to look up
to
and after
Ashley's family. Because obviously Adam's family's fucked and not very observant.
Yeah.
Except Joy, who maybe noticed a few things.
I mean, I'm glad they didn't. I guess we don't know the whole story because we only watched one show.
Yeah.
But like it didn't seem like they were like trying to stick up for him or say he was just some upstanding dad.
They
or
right away
anything.
kind of were like, this guy's a fucker. But my God, if Rachel brought Brock over here and started cutting him up in the bathroom, I'd be like, what are you doing?
No.
But she would clean. She's real good cleaner.
And again, she's a woman, so doing her natural
but I mean that
job as a woman to clean doesn't seem out of the ordinary.
Every single part of this is insane. And all Ashley was probably just like
she just wanted her cute baby and wanted to be a preschool teacher.
Yes. And just wanted to live normally, and she had a nice new boyfriend and wanted to live her life in this dick out of her life. She just wanted to prove that, yes, I was right. You're the dad. I don't need anything from you because you have nothing. You don't even have a fucking job. Just leave me the fuck alone.
I mean, he could have been a stand-in for the next installment of Star Wars or something.
He could have been an extra for sure, or some sort of stunt double that gets punched in the dick if that's need arise.
God, he's a stupid asshole.
I can't believe that a person makes those choices. I still am shocked every single time.
No, I know. Well, thanks for listening. We have at least one or two listeners out there, and thank you for being patient with us and waiting. And we, again, read the book about
hidden
pictures.
Yes.
And then we'll talk about it on the 25th, and we'll see you next week.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.